to another episode of the Shifty Key Podcast. I am Luis, aka SpartanSloth, and today we have...
Charlie Sheen.
Winning.
I mean TJ.
RubyFINGRose.
So how are you guys today? I mean,
I'm
TJ
Charlie
is
Sheen.
apparently winning. So
I'm by winning.
win here, win there, win everywhere.
Yep. Win everywhere.
I'm doing okay. I've spent the entire day playing Fallout New Vegas. I'm finally getting into the game.
Good choice. Love the game.
About you guys.
I mean, it was kind of a slow day, so I had to spend like half of it cleaning the house, which was fucking annoying. And because I had other plans, but you know, and
I know
then,
the feel.
Yeah.
The
And then
feels be
I
real.
did some stuff, you know. I read some comics, then I read some uni stuff. Now I'm recording.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, good. Podcast over. We're done.
What about you, Ruby?
I just finished Town of Salem.
I'm sorry. What?
I just finished a game of Town of Salem.
What's that?
It's like Mafia, and Mafia is basically like ultimate werewolf.
I think I know it. Are those the games where it like takes 5 hours to do anything and you have to build up like power or something?
No. You have to like beat the Mafia. And if you're in the Mafia, then you have to kill everyone. Same goes for the serial killer.
Sounds like a good kind of game. Killing people, fun. Speaking.
First round I died, I was Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Saying that. I'm Batman.
Were you actually Batman? Like, were you Bruce Wayne? Did your parents die? You're an
No.
orphan.
What would be
No.
like?
Did you like to beat up clowns and people that wear sacks over their head?
You know,
I
if
wish.
Batman was like a hero unit, like in Age of Empires or stuff, what would be the requirements for for creating the Batman unit? It's like sacrifice 2 villagers and have
What?
X amount of money, so they're
To make a
capable of
Batman
the
unit?
Yeah,
And kill the clowns.
and kill the clowns. Yes, because there
It's
would be
simple.
a kingdom made of
Kill the
freaking
Batman.
clowns.
Sacrifice 2 villagers, a clown, and a bat. And then just have 2 people make a baby. You got Batman.
Well,
It's simple. Kill the Batman.
Wait, I thought we were talking about making a Batman. Why do you want to kill Batman?
Oh.
Well, speaking
I
of
have no idea.
Batman, have you guys ever noticed how awkward it is? Like, if you're not paying attention, the Batman movies are okay, but if you are paying attention, Batman just looks like he's constipated when he's talking. Like,
yeah, the newer Batman movies are pretty good, but the Batman voice is so annoying. It's like he
It's
has
not
a
even
hot
that.
egg on his mouth.
it's not even that to me. It's his facial expressions. It's like he can't make any, like, you know, eyebrow movements or other facial expressions, so he expresses everything with his mouth. So he ends up just having his mouth open, like making an O face, like he's jizzing himself. Where are they? Where are they?
But that doesn't really happen on the Arkham games.
Because they know what they're doing.
Well, yeah, I think the mask has kind of a like it makes his face look like he's angry.
Well, like
You know.
in all the like the Batman like characters I've seen in like cartoons and stuff, Batman, he doesn't sound like he's trying to change his voice. He's just like, this is my regular voice. What are you talking about? Batman in the movies, he's like he's got a lawnmower stuck in his throat.
By the way, TJ, your impersonation of the average Batman was great. Didn't you think? What are you talking about? I'm Batman.
I'm Batman, I don't care.
I'm Batman? What? I sound like Bruce Wayne? You're lying.
Bullshit.
They say that about a lot of people. I don't know what
I
you're
sound
talking
like
about.
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's a Bruce Wayne. That's racist. I apologize to the people
What?
I
Not Bruce
that
Wayne, what are you
may have
talking
been
about?
racist against.
Your face
Maybe.
is racist.
Your mom is racist.
Ooh.
Oh, wow,
Oh.
come on, not really.
Isn't there... I don't know if we've talked on the podcast before, but that reminds me, isn't there a law in Brazil that says that women can be acquitted of crimes if they occur during their period?
Yeah, you mentioned that before. To be honest, I don't
Contact,
really
what did you say?
remember.
Well, I mean, I'm
What was it?
guessing the fact that you're still alive means your mom hasn't tried to use this excuse to kill you.
Wow. You, what do you think of my relationship
What
with
was
girls?
that?
Well, I mean, she's racist, so.
She's not. But I think it's I'm not sure if like the charges are dropped, but it may count as as a something that can relieve a little bit of the sentence.
So,
But
like,
I'm not
instead of
sure if
murder, it would be
it's
like manslaughter.
But I'm not really sure. I could ask one of my friends who studied law, but I'll have the answer for that later.
How do you
Not
ask?
today.
How do you ask a lawyer friend that? It's like,
Hey, dude, is
hey,
it
if I'm
true
on my
that
period, you're a dude. First of all,
is it true that women on their period could commit a crime and not get punished because of the period? Like something like
No,
that,
discussion over.
okay.
So, have you guys ever committed a crime on your periods? I mean, what?
What?
Last week,
I don't know. Tell us more, TJ.
No.
I'm Batman. Okay. On. I guess we should do something not
You're
stupid.
not Batman, you're Bruce Wayne.
But speaking of Batman, as I said, today I spent a little bit of my day reading, and I found this. It's not. It's kind of like a story arc called "Night of the Living Deadpool." You guys ever read it?
I've
Deadpool
heard of it.
where?
I've only heard.
Deadpool.
I've only heard of it because I was watching the Wolverine Origins, and I've just heard so much stuff about the Deadpool in the Wolverine movie was nothing like the Deadpool character in the comics. I'm like, okay, I'll look him up on Wikipedia, and it just had a list of every single Deadpool comic.
You didn't know Deadpool?
I did. No, I know Deadpool. I watched a couple Let's Plays Ray did, but I didn't really know Deadpool before then. So.
Huh. Well, if you have access to those, I mean, you should read some of the comics. They're freaking hilarious. And the Ultimate Alliance games also do a fine job of like putting some Deadpool lines in there. But anyway, it's a story arc. I think it takes place in like an alternate universe. You know, one of those things that Marvel does. And it's like the whole world is zombified, and Deadpool is the only hero left alive. And it's not really like uh, a lighthearted comic. It's actually pretty grim, you know. It's a mix of The Walking Dead with Deadpool, but it's pretty serious at some points. But it's good.
Hey, The Walking Dead.
Carl!
Cool. And I've never watched the series, but I know the dude says Carl in a weird way. Carl.
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 Actually-
that kills people.
Speaking of
This is great.
Deadpool and alternate universes and Marvel and stuff, what do you think? Since Luis, I guess you're kind of a big comic guy, or maybe like a new comic guy, kind of.
Go on.
Well, what do you think of Marvel changing around like their main heroes, like basically changing around the Avengers? Like now Captain America, he's African American from the 1940s. Thor is a woman.
What?
Thor is a woman,
Oh.
and Iron Man doesn't wear his classic hot rod coloring. Like they're
I'm sorry, go on.
they're basically rewriting the characters. They're not saying it's an alternate universe. They're basically saying these are the characters now.
Yeah, we had this discussion a few podcasts ago with Lovely Sands and Jim. Shout out
I
to
must have
them.
missed that.
Nah, it's okay. But you know, just in a nutshell, here's my stance: stop fucking with the classics. But pretty much, it seems that the female Thor deal is that Thor is no longer worthy of wielding the hammer, and now he still acts as a hero, but he using like a backup weapon, an axe or something. And there's this one chick who found the
Thor's
hammer of
mighty
Thor.
axe or
And
something.
what?
Is that what it's called? Thor's mighty axe or something?
Nah, it has a weird name. And apparently some lady found the Mjolnir, and she's worthy of it, and now she has the powers of Thor. Because of the inscription, "He who is worthy shall possess the power of Thor." Blah 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 blah.
Is
And
that...
they kept
Sorry.
what?
Keep
Go
going.
on.
Damn it. I was just going to say, is that really the story? Because I'd heard that that Marvel was just saying that,
Yeah, it's the way they are advertising it makes it seem like it's ridiculous change and all. But that's kind of like what they want, because people will buy issues and then they'll see, oh, well, okay. It's all, for me, it all seems like a publicity move, which sucks. I don't really agree with that kind of stuff. But at least they're not fucking Spider-Man so much anymore. Like, they changed targets, thankfully. And the new Captain America, so to say, it's that apparently Steve Rogers is having some issues with his super soldier serum, and he started aging really quickly or something. And so the Falcon stepped up and took the Captain America identity for a while.
Falcon Punch!
What?
I don't think... Well, I mean, I guess technically he would be Captain Falcon, but still.
Oh. Yeah, well, so now he's Captain America for a while, but, it's not like they are making those changes all that much, or at least that's what I heard. Well, I'm only following closely Spider-Man these days, and reading some Deadpool here and there. Although
So
I am interested in starting Guardians of the Galaxy and Original Sin. But yeah, go on.
You haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy movie
Oh,
yet,
I
have
watched
you?
the movie, but I'm
wait.
talking about the comics.
I am interested in the comics now, especially after seeing the movie, because the movie was freaking great.
Yes, it was. Have you watched it, Ruby?
Yeah. Ruby?
What?
Ruby.
Have you
have you
seen
watched-
Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
Are you interested at all in it?
I wanted to see it.
You should. It's a great movie.
It has an aggressive raccoon. How else would you not want to see this?
I want to.
But anyway,
yeah, like,
it was
it's
a great movie, and it definitely exceeded... It didn't exceed my expectations, because when the first trailer came out, pretty much everybody was talking about how it looked like it was going to be terrible. I honestly thought it looked good from the beginning, but when it was getting overhyped by everybody after it did come out, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's the most amazing thing ever," I was afraid that I was just going to get too hyped for it, and it was going to end up like disappointing me. But nope, it was really, really good.
And to be honest, as you said, I'm kind of a comic book guy. And I had never ever heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy
Same here.
until I saw the trailer. They're like, who the fuck are these guys? What? Is Marvel now making characters for movies alone? And then I realized how dumb I was being. But yeah, now I'm pretty interested.
I'm
I
Groot.
found
I am
and
Groot.
I found out that these Guardians of the Galaxy are not like the first ones Marvel made. The first ones they worked on were during the 90s, and it was an entirely different group. Like, they were from the 31st century on an alternate reality, apparently. And due to some events here and there, the Guardians of the Galaxy from the movie like took the name, and they are officially the Guardians of the Galaxy, but a bunch of time traveling stuff and change the future and the past and all that shit. They became the Guardians of the Galaxy instead of that 90s group or something like that.
So, are the ones from the movies? They're not really
Oh, no,
related to the.
They are the current ones.
But so like the current Guardians of the Galaxy and like whatever the current issue of the comic book are the ones that are in the movies right now, but
Yeah, Marvel pretty much skipped the 90s.
But the current Guardians of the Galaxies in the comics just happened as a result of a bunch of random occurrences in the 90s Guardians.
It wasn't in the 90s. It was like in the 2000s. Like
Yeah,
there were
but
some
you know what I mean.
events.
Like just stuff happened, and now we have these guys.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'll
it
allow it.
wasn't a drastic change. Like it was all very well explained, and back then there weren't characters that had a big following. It seems so. It's not like Marvel was fucking people up, and hey, now Ultimate Spider-Man's dead, and now there's this kid called
Yeah.
Miles, whatever.
Spoiler alert: Spider-Man died or something. Maybe
Ultimate
not. I don't know.
Spider-Man. The mainstream universe, the 616, is still kicking, although Marvel fucked him over and over.
It's like
Bow
when
wow.
when they came out with the new universe in Star Trek, everybody freaked the fuck out. But Marvel seems to create a new universe for characters like every other minute.
I mean, you know what's good about this is that when they have an idea, like a side project they want to do, like, oh, let's write Walking Dead-esque comic book with Deadpool. They can say, oh yeah, this is from an alternate universe, so that's it,
That's pretty
Uh,
much what they probably just have a room somewhere in the Marvel offices, and it has a gold plaque, and the gold plaque just reads "What if," and they just go in there and they talk to each other, and they're like, "Okay, hear me out. What if Iron Man's armor was made out of pillows?" And then
best job ever.
Stan Lee's at the head of the desk, and he's like, "No, you're stupid. You're fired." And that's how it
Uh,
happens.
it's funny you mention this because there is, or at least there used to be, a run, like a series of comics called What If, and it was pretty much that. It was like, what if Peter Parker kept a symbiote? What if I remember pretty much the ones from Spider-Man? What if Peter Parker became a killer? A
Oh,
bunch of stuff
so
like that.
kind of just did
You
that
know,
stuff. Yep,
so
that's
they
actually
probably do have a room like that.
the what if room.
As I
Wow.
said, best job ever.
We're gonna release this podcast, and a couple of guys dressed in they're gonna be dressed in black suits, but they're just gonna have badges that say Marvel on it, and it's like, sorry, you're gonna have to come with us. You know too much.
Well, if they offer me a job there, okay.
Actually, this isn't really a spoiler, but the ships that in the Guardians of the Galaxy that what's the main character's name again?
Peter Quill.
Peter Quill or Rocket? Star-Lord. Star-Lord. The ship,
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord.
that ship thing, that he has, that thing, like, that type of ship, just, I don't know, there was something about it that I really liked. It was just really cool to me.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Like, not just the animation, just that, I don't know, I've played a lot of sci-fi, I've watched a lot of sci-fi movies, I've seen Star Wars, Star Trek, played Mass Effect, Halo, and all those ships are, like, really rigid, and they're basically just giant, like, sticks with guns on them. And there's nothing wrong with that, because those ships, I like those ships too, but, like, the ships in this one, they reminded me of birds, and I just like that about them.
Of what?
Birds, like they had the wings,
Oh, birds. Okay.
and like they're like the whole ship
You've
would like
never heard a bird.
Oh no, I have.
Don't.
I just understood he said burb, like B-U-R-B.
Burb.
Burb.
By the way, Ruby, do you know what is the word?
Shut up, Luis. No.
What?
Bird, bird, bird. Bird's the word. Bird, bird,
Bird,
bird.
bird.
Bird's the word.
Burp.
Or burb. Burb, burb, burb.
Well, now.
Bird. Bird is the word.
So, Ruby, do you read a lot of comics?
No. Yang won't let me.
God damn it, Yang. Yang, please.
Oh well.
Yang.
Speaking, I guess that's something we can talk about. Ruby, since you are obviously a fan of the Ruby series, what do you think of the new season?
Oh, a lot. It's really good, especially the food fight.
That was good animation. I like Monty's
Yay,
animations and stuff a
turkey!
lot. Oh, that was pretty good. Yang running around punching people with a turkey.
And Nora always cracks me up, like when she made the little castle.
castle.
Yes,
I'm playing
with the
castle.
tables. She's a nut job.
Yeah, I think I'm liking this second season better than the first one, to be honest. Especially the longer episodes.
Oh yeah, that is amazing.
Because, like, the first
You
season...
deployed my trap card.
I wonder if they're going to end up making that game for real. I'd play it.
They are.
They are making it?
Yeah, but they
Yes.
hire like just one guy, isn't it?
Well, it's like the board game. I'm not talking about, like, the Ruby game. Like,
a board game?
yeah, that they were playing. You know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
activated my trap card.
Yeah. The I think it'd be called Conquerors of the Remnant.
Oh, okay, yes. It's
I
I don't know if you guys have the game there, but here we call War.
This
You
is
know what?
war.
No,
Is
I
that
think it's just War. It's a table game.
I don't know. I've never actually gotten to play many of those, you know, strategy board games like War or what's it called? Risk, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is kind of like the same. You have a territory, you need to conquer other territories, and you need to crush your enemy. So, and take
Yeah.
their territories as well.
Honestly, there's a board game that I don't even know if it's technically a board game that I've always wanted to try, and it puts me on like the edge of being just going down the hole of becoming the ultimate nerd, which I pretty much already am.
Correct?
I've always wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen Dungeons and Dragons like gear for that to be bought.
I'm not even sure like how, like, I've never played it, so I don't know how it's supposed to be played.
D&D.
I've heard the terms, you know, Dungeon Master and roll for initiative, things like that.
I am the Dungeon Master.
But I've never had the opportunity.
Some kids I went to school with during high school, some of my friends, they used to have like the book with it, and I think the board or whatever, and they would play it during the recess. But I never got around to actually watch them play or play with them. They even invited me one time, but I was like, oh, thanks guys, but no, because we had
You
like
didn't want to be seen with the nerdy kids?
no,
I
it's not
see how
because
it
of
is,
that.
Luis.
Oh, shut up.
See
It's
how it is.
because we had like a 20-minute recess, and I always used to like use all my recess to eat and chat with people. Like I had some friends on other classes and stuff, so you know I didn't want to lose that. So
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I always wanted to try Dungeons and Dragons. Never have. The closest I've gotten is playing the Borderlands 2 DLC, Bunkers and Badasses. Good DLC.
yeah, you were playing Borderlands, right? Never played it.
It's a good game. You should try it.
Oh yeah, but I mean, with my computer not being like the ultimate gaming machine,
Neither is mine.
yeah, but I don't know if it will run. You know, I bought Rage when it was on the Steam sale. It was like dirt cheap with the DLC and stuff. I'm like, oh well, I think my computer might run this. It didn't. It downloaded the game and installed, but it does not run. It doesn't even start.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's
Well,
pretty frustrating.
Borderlands 2 doesn't seem like it would be as bad as Rage, because Rage is tries to be more photorealistic. Borderlands 2 is cel shaded, meaning it's got like a cartoony look. So usually you can turn down resolution and things like that without, you know, getting too much of a noticeable side effect. But
Yeah, I might try it whenever
But,
they
you know,
release.
if it comes free, like I definitely wouldn't buy it if you don't think your computer can run it.
Yeah, but why would they make it free?
I don't know. Summer sales, man. They do whatever they want.
Oh, yeah. There was this one time, and I think it was Borderlands. I'm not sure. I believe was it. I think Becca posted a picture of one of the games that was like it had a discount that would pretty much like make them pay you. You know, it was minus something. I don't know if that was like legit, if it worked. I
You
might
don't
try to
know.
find the image later.
So, guess onto something else. Are you guys going back to school soon?
I'm already back.
I start
Yes.
not next week, but the week after that.
I
What
don't
about
want
you?
to go back.
When do you go back, Ruby?
I forgot.
You forgot. That's good. It's just gonna pass by, and you're like, oh, I was supposed to start school a month ago. I didn't know. Wink.
Commitment.
Honestly, I thought I was going back like 2 or 3 days later until I found out it was Monday. So, yeah. Say something. I'm making awkward silences.
I was trying to find the image. I found it.
Well, I'm just surfing NBC Tech News for topics, I guess. There was a monkey that took a selfie. You hear about that?
Monkey that took a selfie.
Yes.
Go on.
That's about all it is. Monkey selfie sparks copyright conflict at Wikipedia.
Let me take a selfie.
Have you guys ever listened to that song?
Oh god, yes.
It is fucking
I
terrible.
regret it. I regret everything.
It's like, it's not even sang, it's just the singer just saying stuff, you know, and with a beat on the background. But it's not even on sync with the beat. It's annoying. Have you ever heard it, TJ?
Heard what?
The song, the selfie song or whatever the name is.
But first, let me take a selfie.
No, I haven't. Sorry. It doesn't sound like my genre of music.
Oh, it's not my genre either, but you know, things happen.
It's just one of
People
those things.
show you
Is it one of
stuff.
those things that went viral?
Sort of,
Yep.
I guess.
Oh, speaking of things that went viral, there was a video of a kid who was getting interviewed, and he basically took over the interview. Let me see if I can find a link.
Please do, the link shitter will appreciate that. And lick your eyeballs. Oh, do you wanna lick an eyeball?
ISD.
I don't know. Have you found it?
Yep.
Well then.
Jessa, do you want to kill some Titans?
Oh, YouTube commercials. You are the scourge of the earth.
We must burn all these.
I hate
Commercials.
YouTube ads. Oh, finally. Let's see.
Questions?
Oh, I was just giving
Oh,
you time.
I'm sorry. I was watching the video.
Yeah, I was giving you guys time to watch the video.
Yeah, the kid's brilliant. Hold on. Alright. Close YouTube. Sorry about that.
No, that's
That
fine.
Never happened.
Well, that's one ballsy kid.
Well, I'll finish later. I saved the link.
Did you watch it, Ruby?
No.
It all goes downhill once we start making noises.
Yeah.
I guess we can move on to
Don't do
questions.
this. Already?
How long have we been going?
Half an hour, I guess. Sort of. I mean, I don't know. Look at the time bar, audience. We do things on one go. We don't do editing.
Nah.
Editing.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We do editing. Shout out to our editors.
Yes, they are special people who deserve to be worshipped.
Wow, I wouldn't say that much. I mean, as long
What?
as you don't
Worship me.
wait.
Who said narcissist?
As long as the guys don't ask people to start sacrificing goats for you, I think it's okay. You know.
I never said I didn't want you to not sacrifice a goat.
God damn it,
I
TJ.
kind of need a goat.
You kind of need some goat blood and a goat leg and goat cheese.
So if you can, just send me a message on the site. You know, send me a goat. Need a goat.
A live goat away.
Yeah, just
No
poke
weird shit.
holes in the box. You know, give it something to eat. I'll give you my address, my PO box, my social security. You know, anything you need to send it to me. I just need a goat, really bad.
Who's
Don't
a
ask
goat
questions
now,
you don't
huh?
want to know the answer to.
Okay, so this one was sent by Sunny80. Oh, hold on. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Questions.
I can't believe this is a thing.
Yeah, we really need a theme song for the questions. But we'll work on that later. Or not. I mean, I know everyone likes listening to me yell questions. You know what? It kind of reminds me. I kind of like sound like Batman, you know? Where the questions?
Na 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 questions. Something like that.
Yeah, so it's sort of our Batman moment of the podcast. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah. So this one
Question
was
them
sent
nuts.
by this one was sent by Sunny88P, and he asks, if there was a shirt about you, what would be on it? You guys can go ahead if you want.
I'm thinking. If there were a
Wow.
shirt about me, it would be me sitting at my computer. No. It would be
It'd
me.
be me doing nothing.
Have you ever seen that? It's a meme. It's a guy slowly turning around, and it's like, "Can I help you?" That would be my thing, because my brother always walks in and stares at whatever's on my screen,
Can I help you?
and I'll just turn around, like he'll be making weird noises and staring at me or something. Can I help you? That would be my picture.
You know, that sort of reminds me of something I thought, like, if I ever go to RTX, I mean, whenever I go to RTX, I hope I make it there someday, to make at least one t-shirt with my user image on the side and written SpartanSloth in the back, you know, so it makes it easier for people to identify me if they want to.
You can get
And
those.
I think, yeah, I know I can. That's why I was kind of planning on getting one whenever I go. And also because I really like my user image on the side. It fits perfectly with my username, so...
Kind of does. Would that be copyrighted though? What?
No,
The bottom half is
here's-
Master Chief, the top half is a sloth.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, I didn't make this image. I found it on Google, you know, and it was at some forum on the internet.
You didn't
Like,
make it.
it wasn't even a major thing. Dude, if I could make stuff
You are a
like that on
thief?
Photoshop, I'd be like, you know, fucking money and getting bitches or something like that.
Sloth head on Spartan body. Must be amazing at Photoshop.
Well, the Photoshop is pretty well made, to be honest.
Anyway, well that sounds like a good shirt. What about you, Ruby?
The shorts.
Shirt, not shorts.
Wait, what?
If there was a shirt about you, what would be on it?
Justice will be swift. Justice will be painful. It will be delicious.
You would have that quote.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good indeed. Especially if you wear like
They
some
need more
images
shirts.
of...
I think they need more shirts in the store with Ruby quotes. Honestly, because there's some good ones in there.
Oh yeah.
It's also again.
They have that one. They do. Yeah. Okay, next question.
Wait,
Hurry up.
I need to add the question. God damn it.
You're being as slow as a sloth.
Well, I got some news for you,
Can you
lad.
imitate a sloth?
What?
Can you imitate a sloth?
Say sloth?
If I can
Sloth.
imitate a sloth.
Oh, imitate a sloth? I could try and climb a
Nora.
tree really slowly.
I don't. Nora, I don't think sloths make a lot of noise.
Oh, okay. Maybe I haven't watched as much Ruby as you have. I don't know the quotes.
Because, like,
Well,
really
this
big
one.
quote put on a shirt.
I don't know.
Go on. I just coughed a little. Sorry about that.
I don't know. I'm scared.
Wait, what was the question?
If there was... Wait, the shirt one or the next one?
Oh, the next one.
Okay. This one, it's funny because Sunny88P and TDBTyler both asked the same question. The question is, do you like
They're
Pina
twins.
Coladas and getting caught in the rain?
Can you repeat the question?
Do you like Pina Coladas and getting caught in the rain?
If you love pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.
Ruby knows what's up. You don't know that song, TJ?
I know that song.
If you're not
course I know
into
that song.
Yoda, then you have half a brain.
Yes, I like pina coladas. Because I like
Yeah.
Sarge. Actually, I've never
I thought
had a
you were
pina
going-
colada.
If you like pina coladas Coladas and getting caught in.
And I get caught in the rain all the time. This is Florida.
If you.
Well, I got caught in the rain.
Yoda, then Griff has half a brain.
Although I too never drank pina colada, but and I thought you were going to say like when you started saying I like big butts and I cannot lie. All you other brothers can deny. I'm not going to keep singing that because I don't want to get sued.
I think it's like 12 seconds of any copyrighted song you can have in a video.
Oh.
So, you won't get sued from that. Although, that's according to copyright laws, but if YouTube detects it, they'll be like, oh, hey, cool, we're just going to stick an ad in there.
Yeah, well, YouTube, please. Well, the next one was sent by Nick Gons, and he asks, Did Noah keep his bees in archives?
Who sent that?
Nick Gons.
Shut up, Nick. No.
Get it? It's a pun.
I get it. No. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, Nick, you silly willy. Don't even know what I just said.
No, actually, Noah did not keep his bees in archives. He kept his bees in arc libraries. Yeah. See what I did there? I turned your pun into nothing.
Go away. No, really. You need to sit for the rest of the podcast.
Alright, I won't say anything. Fuck you guys.
Woo! Sorry, what? Well, since we were speaking of, editing and, how little editing we do because we don't do editing at all because we rock. I'm just kidding. We do a lot of editing. Tyler asked, since, he kind of got the same question as Sunny. Another one by Tyler. And he asks, how long does it take you guys to edit your podcast?
Well, it seems to take Tyler.
How am I supposed to know? I'm not on that team.
Yeah, it seems to take Tyler, I don't know. I honestly don't know how long it takes Tyler, but it takes me probably, if it's an hour-long episode, it takes me about 2 hours. Well, no, if it's an hour-long episode, it takes me between an hour and a half and 2 hours. If it's closer to an hour and 45 minutes, it could take me 2.5 hours to edit. That's including all of the video edits I make, which are very few because I kind of use a template. So yeah, that answers your question, I guess, Tyler. And I think you can answer your own editing time because I don't know how that goes.
But, for anyone else who is curious about it out there, now you know.
Yep. And I know Tyler edits in, I think he edits the audio in Audacity, but when I do the audio editing, I just edit it all in Final Cut Pro. So yeah.
I know shit about editing.
Yep.
I mentioned that the other day for you guys. You both are wizards. Vic and I are motherfucking dragons. But,
I know
Yeah,
lots
well.
about editing.
Gandalf slayed the dragon dude, so I can slay any of you
fuck
dragons.
you, TJ.
You shall not pass!
I read a thing. You guys have both seen Lord of the Rings, right?
Yes.
You ever
I
wonder
only
why?
know that one line.
Oh well, you suck, Ruby. Then, I'm just kidding. You don't suck. Anyway, what is it? In Lord of the Rings, everybody always wonders why Gandalf never just took those eagle things and flew the ring to Mordor. Because that seems like that would have been obvious. It's like, oh, we could walk 400 miles, or we could just fly on the back of this magic eagle thing. There is I read this whole. It was almost like a conspiracy theory thing, how Gandalf planned on doing the eagles. Not doing them, but, doing that plan.
There's
And-
a conspiracy.
And, basically it was just a series of unfortunate events that led to them not doing the eagle thing. So, yeah, Gandalf, they were going to go through the mountain, and instead he fell off the bridge and, died and was reborn or whatever. So yeah, that would have been a more interesting topic if you guys had actually seen the movies.
I watched the movies, But I just think that maybe Gandalf was on cooldown. Maybe he wanted Frodo to, fuck off. I don't know. Like, maybe he
at
just
least,
felt like trolling a little bit.
at least Frodo didn't pawn the One Ring.
Yeah, how much can you get me this? Oh, let me call a friend. Oh yeah, this thing is worth like all the fortune on the universe, So, oh, okay. So how much do you give me?
$50.
I don't know, man. $5. I mean, I got a business to run.
This thing is priceless, but $5.
Oh man, that show.
All right. Next question.
Well, perhaps we could read the questions for the audience.
Oh, do we have an answer?
Oh, we do.
Indeed.
By the way, just a reminder to our listeners, you can send us questions on our Send Us Questions forum thread. And, just forum or threads, whatever you want to call it. Link will be in the link shader. Also, you can answer the questions for the audience on our Questions for the Audience thread. It's, the name is pretty simple to remember. And we'll read them on the podcast and you get a shout out. Which you would need to, otherwise give TJ a goat in order to get it.
I really need that goat.
Yeah, he totally does.
Multiple goats.
Oh. You're creeping me out. Okay, so
Why does it creep you out? I thought you liked goats, Luis.
Because the voice you're making.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Those are my favorite kind of goats. If you know what I mean.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Bow chicka bow.
Wow.
TJ the goat guy. And you know it. You know it's true. Okay, so this one was sent also by... Well then. This one was sent by Sunny88P and it's from our podcast number 24. And the question was, if you had to choose, what anime universe would you live in? Would you choose Sword Art Online or Attack on Titan? And his answer was, that answer for me is very simple. Sword Art Online. In SAO, which I suppose is the short version for Sword Art Online, you can still sleep in peace and I like to sleep. There's a vast world to explore filled with many wondrous things, many of which don't want to eat you. You have the choice to live Wait, what? Okay, you have the choice to live peacefully or adventurously. It's a world of opportunity. So basically, I choose happiness over despair. That is actually a good idea. I haven't thought of that back on that podcast.
I mean, it is kind of an... Like I said before, it was an obvious choice. That was actually the last podcast you were on, Ruby, wasn't it? When we asked that question?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It was. I asked that question.
Oh, true. Wow, this is pretty adequate then.
It's so meta.
Your face is
still
meta.
Attack on Titan.
Okay.
Attack on Titan forever.
Huh. Breaking news. Apparently, and since we're speaking of anime, Michael is going to voice some character in some anime. That's how much I understand.
Michael from Rage Quit?
Yeah.
He's voicing like a regular anime character?
Yeah, he's voicing Sting Eocliffe from Fairy Tail.
Ah. Well, I guess that's cool.
Clue what that is.
I guess now I have to start watching Fairy Tail.
I love Fairy Tail.
I tried getting into Fairy Tail.
Anime and mangas and stuff, so I don't know much about it.
I love episode 19.
I've watched quite a bit of anime, but I haven't found any good ones lately. And like I said, I tried watching Fairy Tail, but I couldn't get through the first episode. I don't know. Maybe I just have to push myself, because there are some shows that I start watching them and they're terrible, and as I get into it more, it gets better. So, yeah.
All right. So I think we needed a question for the audience. Any ideas?
Don't tell me you have to do it again.
Nah, we won't force you if you don't want to. Bow wow.
Wow. Okay, that was
that was weird.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Gotta think of a question. Okay, I have one. For if any of you are sci-fi nerds, or even if you're not, what kind of spaceship would you want from some sort of sci-fi universe that you know? Like, would you want the Normandy from Mass Effect, or a Star Destroyer, or the Millennium Falcon, or the Ebon Hawk, or the Starship, or Star-Lord's ship from the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie? You know, just name what type of ship you would want. And, you know, if you're an artist or something, draw your own ship. You know, whatever you want. Just let us know what kind of ship you would want to cruise around the galaxy with, killing bad guys or killing good guys. Well, whichever way you lean.
Yeah, if you want, you can describe it. And actually, TJ gave me an idea. If you draw it, TJ will find a way to put it on the background of the video when we talk about it. And you get a shout out, of course.
Yes, you will get a nice shout out. And a cash prize.
Disclaimer, there will be no cash prizes whatsoever. But if you want to send us some cash, we appreciate it.
Send us some cash so we can send it back to you as a cash prize.
Or send us some cash and a goat. And goat cheese.
You won't get the goat back.
Or love you from Attack on Titan.
Alright then. What kind of ship would you guys want?
Well, I think I already said that I really like Star-Lord's ship, so I'd probably have to go with that one. Actually, if in case you guys don't know, I could probably pull up a picture.
Oh, I know what I want.
Which is?
The Mother of Invention from Red vs. Blue.
Good choice. If I had to choose, like, I really, really like the X-Wing Starfighter from Star Wars, you know. But it's really a one-man ship, so I don't know.
It's a fighter.
It's a fighter, yes. Well, we didn't specify if it had to be like a ship for more than one person, so I'd pick the X-Wing. Either that or the Jedi Starfighter from Revenge of the Sith.
It's a nice ship.
Those are pretty good. Yeah. Alright then. So everyone, thank you so much for listening. Ruby, TJ, thanks a lot for showing up and being here and talking and probably
because we're
not
your only friends.
Well, not really. Come on, guys.
Don't pretend, Luis. We know you're lonely.
There's also goats. Anyway, Ruby, thank you so much. And remember, guys, you can ask us questions, answer the question, whatever else, send us goats. And until our next episode, don't do drugs. Bye.
Or revive your dead lovers.
Or do drugs. Wait, what?
This podcast intro and outro music is provided to us by TDBTyler. You can find him on Rooster Teeth by searching for his name, TDBTyler, and looking for his group, Oh the Humanity, spelled OHMMANATEE. You can also find more of his work on YouTube by searching for his channels, The Dropped Banana, all one word, and Oh the Humanity.